Okay, and assume that you do not have the let's say you do not have received your order properly, or let's say partial order you have received. Okay, so bot has that capability that can take some decision. Okay, assume that bot asks you what should I do, you will say that I have not received my order. So which item you have not received? This item I have not received. Can you send the picture? Okay, I have sent the picture. Okay, so there are the option. Okay, 50% discount or some discount coupon, or you want to just give the report. So assume that you select 50% refund. Okay, then automatically it will revert back 50% amount to your bank. This much capability now AI has. This LLM and all these things can do for you, and it's a service. Now assume that if it is a manual process, then you need to talk to the customer care, and the customer care will start initiate the refund, and automatically it will go to the bank account. So now manual versus bot. That is what the discussion we are making here. Increasing productive by automating everyday course and researching the market and looking at the competition. So when it comes to business and management, then we have LLM in the let's say role, which can help you to do business as well as management, right? So sensitive business strategies or confidential information must not be shared. Again, this is the same thing I repeated, and I'm repeating again, that you have some idea, novel idea, which can make a good business. Let's say if you give it to the chat GPT, then chat GPT can take it and it may be stored in server and etc. Then it may reveal the information. Then definitely you are going to lose a lot of different things, right? Finance and banking. So it explains complicated financial ideas and reports. So let's say for the banking, okay, so it's a complicated sector and it's very important sector also, right? So assume that if something went wrong, then there's a financial loss. So for that you have to be little careful. So uses are there, but followed by that uses, you should actually see that what kind of effort you need to put. So help is summarize and document and compliance. Audit report is there. Let's say you have audit report, and whether that audit is correct or not. Right? It helps look at sum up financial, let's say, data. Don't utilize LLM to make financial decision about investment or credit. So assume in case the LLM belongs to some company, and that company has some stake to some other company, some shareholdings in the right. Now assume that sometime later, if LLM is also a product of any company, that company also can bias with the training data. Assume that the information with respect to the financial suggestion will lead to certain certain company for which this company who owns this LLM. Okay, so definitely there will be some biasness. Okay, so if you feel that chat GPT says do investment in XYZ company, right, and if you feel that no, it should not be, then there may be something wrong. Okay, you may feel that why LLM is talking about XYZ, why not ABC? So because of the biasness. So this is whatever the training that we are going to make, okay, and LLM may have. So that is definitely can result in some biased result. Okay, so we should not go blindly or do something or do take some decision on investment or credit without any further, let's say, validation. AI outputs might not be correct or fair. Okay. So again, when we talk about finance and banking, you may lose money, and it's a huge thing, right? So assume that AI gives you something, and if that turns to be wrong, then you will lose amount. Okay. So that's why we are saying we cannot trust. That's why I asked this question: how much 100% you can trust or what? 99.99%. Let's say your loss is coming because of the 0.01%. It's not accurate, then it's not. Don't ever post private customer or financial information. So here, whatever the customer information that is having, the private information is there, or financial information is there, that's something difficult, right? So we should be very careful for that. Now coming to LLMs in government and public services. So as you can see in the picture, in the government sector, that you can see avionics is there. Okay, let's say you can see power is there, energy sector. Okay, you can see military is there, right? And you can see immigration is there. You can see road transport is there. You can see boating. Okay, and then some construction. Okay, and some let's say location or area. So all these sectors where government is involved, okay, for that also LLM can be used, but again it's supposed to be handled with care. Okay, so writing and summarizing help write and summarize government reports and policy material. So whatever the policies we are making for the citizens or for the society, okay, that also can be made with respect to LLM. But again, you have to validate and see whether it is correctly made or not. Citizen support. Use chatbot and help desk to help with citizen services. Means if something goes wrong, let's say there is no power, there is no electricity, right? So you have to complain it. But let's say there is no customer care to listen you. So at least your feedback or your complaint registration or information, all these things can be at least done with chatbot, right? So that also can be done. Okay. So legal simplification, it makes laws, plans, rules easier from the public for the grasping. Okay, so you are trying to understand that what are the different laws. Most of the time people they don't know about the laws. Okay, and they commit some mistakes and crime, and then that turns to be difficult for them for their, let's say, life, right? So LLM can be helpful for this area as well. Localization, make government information available in many languages by translating and localizing it. Regional language. See, this is the main problem. There is no single language. Okay, there is no single language that can be understood by everyone. Okay, even English also. How many people understand English in India? How many people understand Hindi in India? So any regional language, if you consider, as soon as you reach, you go to some other region, you will not be able to understand it, and this is the problem. Okay, never upload private or classified information to outside AI platform where you can't control how it is utilized, and this will help keep public records safe. So there was a news now, if you remember, from USA. There is a cybersecurity coordinator. He has uploaded some information in ChatGPT by OpenAI. Okay, and that was very critical information for government of USA, right? So this kind of thing supposed not to happen. Being a top person in cybersecurity, he made such mistake. You see, now think of layman, or think of some people who are not acquainted with such let's say tool. Okay, see, just I want to tell you one thing here, that how many people are using Google now? How many people? Just normal Google. So if you see, even vegetable sellers, right, or auto drivers, or any like some small shopkeepers, okay, they are also using smartphones. Okay, so that much of advancement actually happened, and that much of technology has reached. Even people are not that much literate, but still they know how to use mobile. Still they know that what to write in, let's say, Google, so that they will able to get. If they are not writing, at least they will speak, Google search, speak, and then they will get the answer. So this much technical or technology has reached to the society. People understand now Google search and etc. Okay, the point here is that Chat GPT, this LLM, is also rapidly going towards the society. Okay, and they are let's say they are utilizing it without understanding sometime. Okay, so assume that there is a government officer, okay, and he, a government clerk, you say, okay, he may not know that what's supposed to be put in the report. Okay, if he does manually, then it's okay. But let's say if he does not do manually and he want to save some time, and he borrows some information from the chat GPT, and then without validation he just put in some of the reports. That report is very sensitive and very critical, and if that information is wrong, now you think of the impact. Okay, so he knows chat GPT may not be 100% correct. He knows maybe 1% wrong, but he may not believe that I will be coming in that 1%. But he may come in 1%. That is the main thing. So LLMs in creative industry. So this is also important that there are different creative industries, and for these industries, education is also required. Education is also there, okay, so that this industry will be successful. For example, film industry, fashion industry, music industry, design industry, okay, gaming, virtual arts, writing, digital content, performing arts, all whatever I said here, you will find there are some education institutes to promote these creative industries as well. And they are quite common nowadays. Film industry, very common. Cameraman, actors, okay, directors, how to act, how to direct, how to shoot, all these things getting taught about a fashion, okay, dressing sense, okay, what fashion, like classical, cultural, whatever fashion. But there are some institute in what way we should be design, interior designing, exterior, architecture, gaming is a big section now. Now the point is all these domains are very important in the society. People are using it. People are earning based on this society. So this is also quite important. And here also LLMs can be useful. For example, LLMs help those in the arts such as writing, music, cinema, performing, come up with ideas, script, song, thought, and narratives. Script writing, that also can be helpful. Dialogue writing, that can be also helpful. Now let's say some songs supposed to be made. If you are taking help of, let's say, LLM, that is also fine. So LLMs now helpful for such skills as well. They help create mood boards, captions, idea descriptions, creative briefs to support design, fashion, and the visual art. See, when we talk about design, when we talk about, let's say, art, okay, we may use certain tools which is backed with LLM, and you can make up some sort of design. Let's say building design, bridge design, some product design, can possible. Okay. LLM has been writing dialogues. As I said, cinema dialogues, can possible. Okay. Developing characters, designing stories, planning content in games and other digital media. So virtual story, let's say if I give some content, there are 5 people, they are going on trip. Can you please write some story on this? LLM can give you something to you. And later you say that, no, I want that. There's supposed to be one accident. So LLM will try to make a story that, okay, the accident happened by a car hit the road, let's say some tree in the road. Like that, some story can be made. And you will be happy with this. So see, the story come from where? Story come from human brain. Now, you are not alone. You are along with your assistant, let's say LLM, and the way you are creating the story by your brain. Okay, LLM is helping you to give some suggestion and make that story more better. So there's nothing wrong. Okay, it's okay. You can use it, right? In all creative fields, LLM makes brainstorming, creative discovery, and production better, but final creativity and judgment are still up to the people. As I said, you use LLM, but whether that story is digestible or not, whether the story is good or not, that you have to think of. You have to find out. Okay. LLMs should not take the place of uniqueness or creative ownership. Okay, so let's say if someone has written some script, so that is the ownership of that story, but you are not substituting. You are working with LLM. You are asking LLM to give something, but it's not like, again, same thing what I said. You have written one story, LLM has written, and you are claiming this is my story. That should not happen. You use your brain, you take help from LLM and validate whether it's okay or not. Too much reliance can lead to content that is the same or too general. Okay, so let's say you are not talking about that there are 5 people, they are traveling in the car, and okay, where they were going you have not written. You said that okay, accident happened. How accident happened you have not written. How many people were there in the car you have not written. So there will be some contradictions, there will be some ambiguities, there will be some incomplete information, and that may not lead to complete let's say story. That's the problem. You need to think very carefully about the risk of copyright and plagiarism. Okay, so when we talk about this creative industry, okay, so copyright is quite important. Ownership. I have written this script. Okay, somebody will say that this is my script. So where is the copyright? If someone is copying your script, then it's a violation. It's a plagiarism. Okay. Now, okay, so till this point, if anyone has question, may raise some question or can ask something so that I can clarify. After this, we will see some case studies. Any questions? Any questions if anyone has? Okay, good. So shall we move towards the case studies? Yeah, good. Now, we were discussing till now about the LLM in the education, and we have seen different sectors of, let's say, education, right? So let us understand that how AI help in practice. So we will see some example, like some example that you will see and you will get happy that yeah, AI can do this thing as well. Okay, so we have done some case studies, and our case studies talk about like this. Let's say first case study, it is published in let's say NDTV News. How AI helped Maharashtra cops crack hit and run case within 36 hours. That's a title. Okay. So it shows that there was a case of hit and run. Okay. And police has caught the driver in 36 hours. Okay. Okay. And this is very important to understand how fast the driver has been caught. Okay. Using AI. That is important. Okay. If suddenly you found a person and you arrested, that's a different case that you can do. But using AI, how it is being done and how fast it has been done, you can see now. So, what had happened? There was, let's say, the man that was notably short on specifics. Okay, means the person who is the husband of the victim. Okay, and the person has just minimal information. Okay, he knew was that the truck that ran over his wife in Nagpur and had red marking on it, means some heat happened and then some marks were there. So the person could not actually identify let's say truck or the person. The police used artificial intelligence AI and arrested the driver within 36 days. That is the summary. Okay. So what had happened, if you go into detail, I just want to make it very brief. So the person and his wife, they were on bike. Okay. And there was a truck in very speed. Okay. So the wife actually fell on the road and the truck ran over and fled the scene. Means hit and ran. Now, the man then tied his wife's body to his bike and he went to the, let's say, hospital, and that is in the village in Madhya Pradesh. You can just imagine now, right? So the victim was able to provide only very less information, and this is told by Superintendent of Police, SP, Harsh Poddar. Asked how the cops zeroed in on the accused with so little information. That was the main important point by the journalist. So what, let's say that SP said that they had some CCTV footage, okay, and like there were, let's say, 3 toll nakas, and from there they got some footage, CCTV footage, right? So based on those toll nakas, let's say, which were at the distance of 15 to 20 kilometers from each other, and they collected and analyzed with 2 AI algorithms, okay, and both of which were based on the technology called computer visual. So what had happened, the first algorithm, what it did was it analyzed this total CCTV footage they have gathered to pull out and identify trucks with red marking. Okay, so definitely this red marking things came from the victim, right? So based on that, they wanted to match it. Okay, whoever the whichever the trucks are coming, whether it is with the red mark or not. The second one analyzed the average speed of all these trucks to be able to give us an alert. So let's say if someone is in tension, right? The truck driver is in tension, so he will not be normal in the speed. Okay, he will try to escape as much faster. So that was the analogy, that any abnormal speed they observe for the truck, sometime it will be slow, sometime it will be far, like that. So they analyze that as well. Okay, so that alerted them actually. So day before yesterday, a team from Nagpur Rural Police arrested the accused and seized the truck. Means they identified the truck number with such both the case. The truck has red mark and the truck is having abnormal speed, right? So which is somewhat 700 kilometers from the Nagpur, and we have now arrested the accused and the case has been cleared within 36. So that is what the officer said, that with these 2 algorithm, with these 2 points, they caught the person. Now you think of it, like how exactly such computer science algorithms are useful for such things. Otherwise, if they don't have these algorithms, they don't have this technique, they would have not caught that person. That person would have ran away, and the case will be pending for years and years. You understand the advantage, right? So that person, so it becomes what, a safer place. So next time trucks may know that, okay, this is the the cameras are there, they will be under surveillance, etc. So they will have some fear, and this accident may not happen. So computer science algorithms are helping to make society more better. Understood? So Maharashtra has created a special purpose vehicle, let's say named Marvel, that is Maharashtra Research and Vigilance for Enhanced Law Enforcement. This is the first state-level police AI system in the country, and it is owned wholly by the state. So this is the initiative by Maharashtra Police, where they are using AI algorithms for cracking down such cases. Okay, this is what the first case study. So you understand here how AI is useful. Okay, so of course here if AI is helping you, then you will be really happy. Let's see how AI can help to the society. Second case study, see, that was with respect to the government agencies, etc. Right? Now come to the medical, how it is useful for the medical domain. ChatGPT saved my mom. Woman shares how AI solved 18 months medical mystery that doctor missed. Means there was a situation which is missed by doctor. Doctor also not able to get it, and you know that has been actually detected by AI. So how AI helped a woman find hope after 18 months of failed care. So a mother suffered from a chronic non-stop cough lasting over 18 months. Despite consultations with top doctors and treatment across multiple disciplines, including homeopathy, Ayurveda, allopathy, etc., instead of improving her condition, it worsened and leading to internal bleeding, a red flag that could have life-threatening consequences if not addressed properly. Specialists issued green warning, suggested that the condition could turn fatal within 6 months if left unresolved. Okay, so such level uncertainty and fear pushed this girl to take beyond traditional method and seeking solution from AI. Okay, now what had happened? So based on the history of that patient, so AI suggests a hidden side effect behind the chronic. Okay, so out of options, turn to ChatGPT, OpenAI's conversational AI model, and describe her mother's symptoms in detail. So doctors may not have that detailed analysis which OpenAI's ChatGPT could be able to resolve it. So that kind of suggestions that ChatGPT is going to give and can help the, let's say, patient. Okay. So what had happened? There was a side effect of blood pressure that had been actually suggested by the ChatGPT. Now, to validate whatever the blood pressure imbalance was there, so ChatGPT asked a specific question: if she is on BP medication with this ingredients, so blood pressure that you have to let's say check. Upon confirming that her mother's prescription indeed included the mentioned drug, means whatever she is taking for the blood pressure, that ingredient is there. The AI suggested it could be the root cause of the cough and associated complication. Means whatever the medicine for the blood pressure that patient is taking, okay, that is actually causing the cough. It's not normal cough. It is because of some ingredient in the medicine, because body may not accept that ingredient, and because of that this is happening. Okay, armed with this AI driven insight, she consulted her mother's doctor again, this time with a pointed query regarding the BP medication. The healthcare team reviewed her treatment. The doctors confirmed that a known side effect of the prescribed medication was indeed a persistent cough associated bleeding list. See, doctors have given some medication. That medication get allergic to the patient. Cough is an allergy because of that one. But it was harming the patient because of some ingredient. Okay. And that who has caught? Doctors have not caught. That AI has caught. LLM has caught. ChatGPT has caught it. And then when she went back to the doctor, and then doctor said that, yes, this is quite a serious matter. And then they taken care of it. The medication was immediately replaced, and the weeks that followed, her mother condition showed remarkable improvement. So she said, now she is finally healing, not exaggerating, but ChatGPT saved her life. So she's giving credit to the ChatGPT AI that yes, because of this, the reason is this. Let's say this ChatGPT is not there. Those 18 months can turn to 24 months, can turn to 36 months, can turn to 5 years also. And maybe that lady would have not, let's say, saved. But because of this, ChatGPT query, her mother actually got saved. Of course, it's a piece of news because someone has now saved, someone's life has been saved because of one prompt in LLM model, ChatGPT. Okay, so this is one of the good uses. Okay, see this medically it is giving you. Okay, medically it is trying to help you that okay, your situation AI is trying to understand. Now, another case study. This will be really very touching because you will understand how poverty kills, society. Poverty is not good, but when it comes to AI, right, and can help poor people, then you can understand how it is a beautiful, let's say, technique. So you see how AI is helping some small scale farmers, whether changing weather changing climate. So in South Africa, there is a, let's say, village, Malawi. Okay, there was a, let's say, tsunami, and because of that tsunami, they lost a lot of, let's say, their resources. Okay, so because of this cyclone Freddy, when it tore through southern Malawi in 2023, their farm actually got, let's say, uh, spoiled. And this person, 59 years old, saw decades of work disappear with the precious soil that the floods stripped from his small scale farm in the footfall of Mount Mulane. Okay. So he said that he used to actually produce 850 kilograms of corn and each season, okay, to support his 3 daughters and 2 sons, 5 children. Okay. So of course, this is not a joke. Okay, means what people they understand, and and small scale farm. So remembering how his farm in the village of Sazola become a wasteland of sand and rock. So because of the cyclone, the village and the land actually become wasteless. Okay. So Freddy, into an action, he decided that he needed to change his age-old tactics if he was to survive. Means he has to feed his, let's say, 5 children. Okay, and how he can do? And this Malawi is actually one of the poorest country in South Africa. Okay, so he is now one of the thousand of small-scale farmers who is using generative AI by the non-profit opportunity for getting the farming advice. Means what he's supposed to do. So Malawi government is backing the project, and having seen the agriculture dependent nation hit recently by serious cyclones, and because of that the food crisis are there. Okay, and people now, farmers, they are actually utilizing this generative AI concept so that they can get some good, let's say, farming. So more than 80% of Malawi population of 21 million, they rely on agriculture. 80%, more than 80% people are doing agriculture. And this place is highest poverty rate in the world. Okay, as per the World Bank. So now what happens? AI is suggesting what kind of, let's say, farming they're supposed to do, means farmers supposed to do. So AI is in agriculture. Now you think the good use. Okay. So AI chatbot suggested that they grow potato last year alongside the staple corn and cassava to adjust to his changed soil. Okay, you see, because of the season and because of the soil change, of course, each soil, every soil will not support the, let's say, everything, right? So, based on the scenario, AI suggests what to do. So he followed the instruction to the letter. He said, and cultivated half a soccer field's worth of potatoes and made more than $800 in sales, turning around his and his children's fortune. So he did both potatoes as well as corn, and then he made it possible that he can earn 800 USD. So he said, I managed to pay for their school fee without worries. Means he was able to support his children because of the AI suggestion. Assume that if we still keep on growing, let's say, corn, and corn may not turn up for a benefit, then definitely they may die with hunger. That is a scenario. So how AI is helping to the poor people to get survive and at least achieve some basic need as well. So these were the good uses of LLM and AI, okay, which makes the society in a better way. Now, I told you, so see, we are discussing about LLM in education, correct? Okay, but when LLM supposed to be used in the society, then and only you should learn it. That's why I brought such application case studies, that why it is useful. That's why I want to tell you that it has good uses. Okay, then and only you should be able to use LLM in education. You should learn it. Okay. Now let us see like misuse of LLMs in education. Misuse, both are there, uses as well as misuses. So we have to see what is the better for the society. Right? So when we say LLM in education is having misuse, let's say when uh, someone quits utilizing let's say AI as a partner and start using it as a substitute for their own thinking, that's when the change from beneficial use to adverse misuse happens. So if you think that calculator, chat GPT, okay, all these are your partner, your friends, okay, and they are helping you to get something, till that point it's a beneficial. Okay, till that point it's beneficial. But when you stop using your brain and you start substituting such equipment, that is what the misuse. Okay, so you understand use and misuse. When you completely rely, you are exploiting the, let's say, any entity. Okay, so here LLM is one entity where you are misusing because you are completely relying on it. Calculator, we are actually substituting our calculation with calculator, right? So of course we are misusing. Can you see that if somebody is using mobile or calculator for 1 plus 1, don't you think this is a misuse? Of course this is misuse, because you should do. Yeah, someone says that 6 digit plus 6 digit plus 7 digit minus something, then you will say, yeah, let us use calculator, because that may save time. That is beneficial. So do not substitute the equipment with your let's say skills. In school, this causes cognitive impairment, which means that kids can't solve issues or come up with new ideas since they have given the hard work to a machine. Really, just think of it. School kids, primary class, secondary, below, let's say 12th class. Okay, if they don't have capability to understand which is correct thing or which is wrong thing, simply they think that LLM gives always correct result. Assume that they start believing it, so they will never apply their brain. They will not apply the cognitive let's say skills to solve the problem, and it will be handicap. Okay, and this is going towards that. If you substitute LLM or AI for your task and don't use your brain. Okay, for doctors and researchers, the confidence trap is a common misuse. This is when they accept information or drug dosages created by AI without checking them against a textbook or peer-reviewed publication. For doctors, let's say somebody comes to me, I'm a doctor, he says that I have, let's say, cold, cough, fever. Okay, doctor will write, a patient came to me. Okay, he has cold, cough, and fever. Prescribe medicine. He gives something, and let's say those medications are wrong. Okay, then I will just write down, and the person will take. He will start using it, and that is wrong. See, impact of let's say wrong medication may lead to death. Whether this is coming by doctor alone, because in the previous case study we have seen doctors has given wrong medication where ChatGPT has corrected it. Okay, here ChatGPT has given wrong, but doctor is saying that use it without doctor's judgment. Both are wrong. Both are wrong. That's why you are a doctor, you are a technical, medical person. You understand whether this medicine is okay or not. You take the help of ChatGPT, but not for this purpose. You use your brain to do. You can see any side effect or anything is there. You check it. Use LLM as assistant, not as substitute. Okay, then this will be in a good way. Otherwise, you are going to suffer. Researcher, okay, they are just generating text and they are putting in the paper and they are publishing it. It's also a wrong thing. You are downgrading your writing skill. You are downgrading your creativity. You are not solving your problems. In the end, if you don't examine the AI's work, you are not utilizing the tool. The tool is using to you. Try to understand this sentence. Okay, means you feel that you are using AI, but actually not. If you use AI, you are examining. That's a good use. But if you don't examine, you don't validate, then tool is actually using you. That's the main problem. So let us see the case studies, what we have seen for the positive sides. Let us see the case studies where AI use went wrong. Okay, where are the issues? Okay. Now see this one. There was a news by NDTV. 60-year-old man lands in hospital after following ChatGPT generated diet plan. Understood? So the person has asked ChatGPT that can you please make a diet plan for me? Okay. And ChatGPT has made it. So according to the New York Post, the man whose identity has not been revealed, he was hospitalized with severe psychiatric symptoms after asking the AI chatbot how to remove sodium chloride from his diet. Means, you see the problem, right? The person has used ChatGPT by asking one question, and one question was he has to avoid sodium chloride from his diet. Okay, whatever the food he's eating. Okay, doctor noted that man had no past psychiatric or medical history. However, during the first 24 hours of hospitalization, he expressed increased paranoia and auditory and visual hallucinations. Okay, some neuro issues. It all started that after that man read about the adverse health effect of table salt. He consulted ChatGPT. Means he used ChatGPT for this reason, and was told that it could be swapped with sodium bromide. You think of it, right? The person was asking for sodium chloride, but with the hallucination, okay, with the hallucination, ChatGPT responded sodium bromide in the diet. Okay, so there is a mistake by the ChatGPT. Instead of chloride, bromide got printed. Okay, so this is nothing but a mistake in the zone of 0.01%. Even though you are 99.99%, this bromide kind of thing will come in that 0.01%, which is not at all accepted. Only single mistake, and that led to a huge chaos. Notably, sodium bromide looks similar to table salt, but it is an entirely different compound. It is occasionally used in medicine, but is commonly used for industrial and cleaning purposes. You understand now? It is not to intake. It is for the cleaning purpose, only for external use. How serious it is, think of it. Ingesting too much bromide can cause neuropsychiatrist and dermatology symptom as per the outlet. Okay. The man's case was published in the American College of Physician journals. According to the report, the man who studied nutrition in college was conducting an experiment in which he eliminated sodium chloride from his diet and replaced it with sodium bromide he purchased online. And that to see, he he uh, he asked to the chat GPT, in the diet I want sodium, let's say he asked something like about the nutrition. So he asked that what's supposed to be taken. Chat GPT suggested bromide, and he purchased online and he started using. See the dangerous thing. He was admitted to the hospital after 3 months of the diet swap. So instead of sodium chloride, he has taken sodium bromide. It's a diet swapping, right? He told the doctors that he diluted his own water and adhered to multiple dietary restrictions. He complained of thirst but was suspicious when water was offered to him, the reports. Okay. So this is not a small thing, right? You change your diet with respect to chat GPT and ordered online and you started taking it. Okay, so this is serious. So ChatGPT made just a small mistake. Instead of chloride, it printed bromide, and this thing happened. Another case study. Thank you. Thanks, good. Okay, so second case study. ChatGPT nearly kills woman after giving confident advice about poisonous plant. Okay. So let's say when confidence replaces caution. So what had happened? There was some sort of antidote, some suggestion, and people they use it. Usually in Hindi we say "gharude ghar ke nuske," right? Means you do by at home remedies. According to the screenshots Christy shared, the chatbot identified the plant as carrot foliage. It listed the finely divided and feathery leaves. Okay, there are some plant. Okay, as a classic sign of carrot tops and expressed confidence in the conclusion, saying it was highly unlikely to be poison. Means looking at the plant, it is not poisonous. Okay. It also provided list of common look-like, including parsley, coriander, shock horror, and quick NS. This may be some different, let's say, different kind of plants, right? Concerned, Christie's friend asked directly whether the plant could be poison hemlock. ChatGPT reassured her multiple times that it was not. So they wanted to understand whether this is poisonous or not. Every time we ask something like you are using ChatGPT, and if you ask something and you are saying that okay, no, my answer is correct, you see your answer, etc. I don't know if you guys know this. You eat it, you die. You touch it, you can die. Christie told her followers, stressing the danger of poison hemlock. She later shared information she found independently, noting that hemlock causes systematic poisoning and has no antidote. So this what, let's say, uh, this this lady got saved because ChatGPT was saying multiple times that plant is not poisonous, but it turned to be poisonous. So the information, even though confidently ChatGPT is giving to you, may not be correct, and that may lead to some, let's say, serious issues. There's another case study. ChatGPT raises alarm after leaking personal data instead of plant care advice. Okay, so see, this is also coming with respect to what your, let's say, uh, botany or some that domain. Okay, science domain. Okay, Prithvi Mehta, a chartered accountant who shared the post, I wanted to save a dying leaf, not accidentally downloaded someone's career details. It was funny for a moment, but then I realized this was someone's personal information. Okay, so here you are getting some personal information. For example, you type now, can you let's say some name you write XYZ. Can you give mobile number for this person? Assume that you get the mobile number. Now you see how dangerous it is. Understand, right? So anyone can use that mobile number, which is a genuine mobile number, and you are able to, let's say, use it. So this is what personal information is supposed not to be, let's say, shown. But somewhere, and them understand, because you must have shared this personal information somewhere, and that's why you are able to get it. Her post has since gone viral on social media, getting over 900 reactions and many comments. In her post, she questioned whether AI technology was being overused, especially for things like Ghibli art, and asked, "Can we still trust AI?" Is this Prithvi Mehta? Okay, so the point here is you are giving your image, you are giving your details, sometimes CV. You see, you may be recalling what kind of mistakes you must have done in last 2 years. Okay, some people must have given CV, some people must have given images, okay, some other information, or some personal questions also sometimes. So all this thing may be captured and you really cannot trust. One user commented, "I am wondering if these are real details or just made up. It's concerning, but it looks more like a bug in the system." Another user added, "I would not have believed it, but something similar happened to me. And I got all the details of a random college event, including contact details of organizers, instead of script for a poster analysis. Cost organizers details. See now, what kind of privacy you will be having now? Okay, this incident raises concern about the reliability of AI and its potential for errors. ChatGPT raises alarm after leaking personal data instead of plant care advice. Okay, so this is the point. So wanted to save dying leaf. The question was something different, but he got some other information. So LLM misunderstood something, but in that misunderstanding and giving wrong result, also you get something which is of serious concern. Okay, so this is also some sort of misuse or maybe bad use you can consider. Another case study, ChatGPT accuses Norway man of murdering his children. He files complaint. This is really, really, you will find it very kind of, funny situation. How many of you have really written with your name, who is Sangaratna Godbole, or maybe who is Lohita, who is Ritu, who is Dinakar? This is very curious, right? We use our names in ChatGPT and we want to find out what ChatGPT answers you. If you write some question, okay, let's say I'm Sangaratna Godbole, I will write, "Who is Sangaratna Godbole?" Now we want to see what answer LLM is going to give. And what is your expectation as your researcher? Let's say some of your biodata or some of your papers, it will come. That's what your expectation, right? So like this, there was a person in Norway. Okay, you find this person, let's say a man in Norway has filed a complaint against artificial intelligence chatbot ChatGPT for accusing him of murdering his two sons and attempting to kill kill the third person. And AI chatbot also alleged that he was serving 21 years in prison. Means he has written who is dash 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 something. ChatGPT said that he is a convicted prisoner serving for 21 years, that he has murdered his two children and he attempted for the third person with only name. Okay, so this person got annoyed. He said how it is possible and why this kind of misinformation ChatGPT is giving. Okay, so he really filed a complaint against owner of ChatGPT, OpenAI. Okay, he has filed a case by saying that why this information has been printed for my name search. Why? Because I know that I have not killed my children. I'm not serving the jail. Then why this information is coming? So this is the question. He says that I understand, but if someone searches, okay, in ChatGPT, he will make his mind that this person has killed his children. Okay, let us see that let's say article. The man, some name Arve Holman, asked the Norway Data Protection Authority to impose a fine on OpenAI, the creator of the chatbot. Mr. Holman asked ChatGPT, who is Holman? The AI chatbot made a fabricated story saying Holman is a Norway individual who gained attention due to a tragic event. Further, he was the father of two young boys, aged 7 and 10, who were tragically found dead in a pond near their home in somewhere in Norway in December 2020, and is currently serving a maximum sentence of 21 years in Norway. The AI chatbot also used a disclaimer. So you see, this is also very important. When we use any chat, let's say chat GPT, at bottom it is written that chat GPT can commit mistakes. Okay, that it is written. But it does not mean that any misinformation will be produced. So that's some sort of hypocrisy by the company also. They don't want to take risk, but they want that people are supposed to use it. Okay, so that point he actually raised, that Holman said something, that there is no smoke without fire. The fact that someone could read this output and believe it is true is what scares me the most. Okay, so whenever anybody is searching for anyone, that those people may not know, but they will try to make no same concept bigger for that particular person. Yes, this person has killed his children, even though it is wrong information. But who are readers who will search it, they will not understand, and that is some sort of defamation. So NOAB, a digital rights organization that brought the complaint on Holman's behalf, claims the response is in violation of European data protection rules around the accuracy of personal data. Additionally, NOAB said Mr. Holman searched several times that day, including entering his brother's name into the chatbot, which resulted in many different stories that were all incorrect. Again, means that is also happened with others. NOAB lawyer Joachim, someone, you can't just spread false information and in the end add a small disclaimer saying that everything you said may not just be true. Correct. It's a hypocrisy. You want, this is a $1 billion, let's say, tool, and people across the globe, they are using, they are earning so much of money. Okay, but at the bottom you write that okay, ChatGPT can commit mistake. Okay, so of course this is wrong information. It's a summarization, whatever you say, but if it is inaccurate, then definitely people will get annoyed, right? OpenAI just responded to the complaint saying the issue was related to a prior version of ChatGPT and the company had since upgraded its module. So when this complaint happened, by that time, the version upgradation actually happened, and now this is not the problem. That's what the OpenAI said. We are always looking for new method to increase our models accuracy and decrease hallucinations, the company said in a statement. So see, what is hallucination? So what happens, let me just tell you, because it's a critical technical word, everyone may not understand this. So hallucination is same as let's say some people may believe in ghost. Okay, some people may believe in ghost, right? Some people will claim that they have seen ghost. Okay, now the point is, let's say there is a person, he says that last night I have observed some abnormal activity, paranormal activity, I have seen some ghost. Okay, I listen. Okay, whether I trust this person or not, irrespective of my trust, okay, what is the reality? Reality may be that there is no ghost, but this person is saying there is a ghost. Okay, now what will happen? It is hallucination. As per this person, ghost is there. Okay, but reality, ghost is not there, and you believe this person and say that yes, I trust you, there is a ghost. Okay, and you accept it. It's a blind faith. But assume that you feel that, let until I realize, until I validate, until I verify, until I get encounter with a ghost, I will not trust. And that's why you are not trusting this person. So this person is LLM, you are user. Reality, of course, is true information, and whatever the information LLM is saying, that can be true or that can be false. Okay, it depends on you as a user. You want to buy it or you don't want to buy it. That is your point. Okay. And reality is of course there, and that can be checked through some resources. Okay. So that is the definition of hallucination. So LLM always think that whatever the information LLM is giving is correct. LLM will not intentionally give you wrong information. LLM may give wrong information, but not with intention that I want to give wrong information. LLM thinks that whatever it is going to give is true positive. Whatever the predicted, it is true positive. Okay. Yeah, very good. Yeah, Lohita. So while we are still reviewing this complaint, it relates to a version of ChatGPT which has since been enhanced with online search capabilities that improve accuracy. So OpenAI they played it very smartly, and what they said that we are going to update the ChatGPT version, and in that version such things will not be there and this will be more accurate. Maybe possible in the new version of ChatGPT, okay, the same person must have seen his name and this time that story may not appear. Possible. And then he does not have any problem. But other person may also have with the new version. So this is never ending story actually, that how many number of accuracies you are going to make. Okay. So that was the case studies with respect to the negative, let's say, side or misuses. Ethical and integrity challenges of LLM. So whether morally it is correct or not correct, that we have to see. If we copy paste from the output of LLM and we claim that this is my content, that is not morally correct. That is not ethically correct. Okay, it is same as in exam, students are doing cheating and they get number. It's not morally correct. You write your own exam. That's what always we say to our students. Whatever you know, whatever you understand, you write it. That we tell to students, right? Because we want to tell them morally and ethically, cheating is not correct. Okay, you do your own. So even though you are not scoring high number, you are scoring less number, that is also fine. But don't do cheating. That is what always we say. But if we copy paste from ChatGPT, this is the same thing. Because morally we are not doing correctly. You use it in some controlled manner. Let's say grammatical mistake. It's okay. So this is what we need to understand, that how exactly we should maintain our ethics and integrity when we are using LLM, which is a challenge, by the way. There are big worries about academic honesty, dependability, and ethics when LLMs are used in school and college. You give assignment to the students, you see, within 1 hour they can do completely copy paste. Now it's your challenge that how you are going to let's say validate or check it. You will find a very good written. ChatGPT of course will give some good answers only, and you cannot say that okay, no, this answer is wrong or etc. But the point is how exactly that answer has came up. Student has not done his own homework. This is the problem. So it's very challenging for teacher to identify whether it is a let's say students output or ChatGPT. Of course, teachers can understand, but how they are going to prove it? Student will say, no, I have done my own or something. Let's say for coding, okay, for coding, earlier our teachers used to give us factorial program, draw the diagram and then write the program, use compiler and then use it. Assume that now I will give ChatGPT. Write factorial program. Got it, copy, compile, clap. Within 1 minute. Is it good? Whether that student has understood what kind of, how many loops are required, what formula is required, whether he has printed by right, unless he will do like this, he will not develop his programming skill. It's very, very important. Very important. So honestly, whether he has done or not, or else you have to upgrade your questions. Don't give factorial program. Don't give. Give something which is 1,000 times difficult than factorial program, and let them use LLM multiple times and can achieve that 1,000 times difficult program than factorial. At least multiple times he will use LLM. Meanwhile, he will understand what's exactly happening in that software. So the point is, if we can't change our students, but we can change ourselves. We can't change, let's say, problem we cannot change answer giving, but we can change, let's say, questions giving also. We can change, right? We change our quality. I raised this question in one of the conference panel discussion, that whether the IQ level is getting degraded for a person. So answer is that what is the IQ level thing? Okay, it's just a score. Okay, so now earlier like IQ level was something different, but now your skill supposed to be different, minimum. So earlier ChatGPT was not there, but now ChatGPT is there. So your benchmark is getting started from minimum that ChatGPT is there. Now, what kind of problem you can solve using ChatGPT? So problem supposed to be more challenging, more complex. Then and only you will be able to train the student in more better way. It is not like write factorial program, write calculator program, then you are gone. You are not going to teach student in a good way. Okay. So teachers also supposed to be upgraded and updated. Okay. So when users don't check the output, these systems can give them misleading but true information, show secret biases from the data they use for training, and make people rely too much on them. I said no, like financing wala, right? So definitely, if there is some biasness in the company stakes, definitely they will try to show that this company is very good. You should financing that. So that biasness is definitely there. So of course, you need to apply your own brain. When used incorrectly, it can cause cheating, unfair grades, and loss of trust in academic work. Careless use of LLMs can also put personal, academic, private data at risk by making it public. All of these problems show how important it is to be aware of ethics, think critically, and use AI responsibly in learning settings. Ethics should be there. You need to think very critically whether it's supposed to be it's supposed to happen in this way or not. How exactly we have to be AI responsible. All these are more important rather just using LLM. How responsibly we have to use, how ethically we have to use. We have to maintain the integrity. All these things are more important. So challenges for LLM, if you see, so it has limited context retention. It is biased in training data, high computational cost, misinformation and hallucinations, and data privacy concern. Okay, so these are challenges, and day by day, companies are working on their models, how they can mitigate such issues. Now, based on the uses, and so much of discussion, there are some suggestions, do's and don'ts. Okay, so use LLM to understand concept and clarify doubts. If you use in this way, then it's okay. LLMs can be used to explain difficult topics in simple language and help the student. As I said, there is a Telugu, let's say, medium student. Okay, he may not understand English. So, but teacher is teaching in English. Teacher cannot speak in Telugu. Now, what student can do? So, student can make some notes, and when he is trying to understand the concept, he can use Telugu language from the LLM so that the concept can be clear. This is a good use. We can clarify the doubts and clarify the concept. Verify information from textbook or trusted sources. Don't rely completely on it. If you are using LLM for, let's say, some problems, mathematical problems that you have given to LLM, LLM is trying to explain you how exactly it can be solved. You practice by your own and tally the answer. And tell you the answer from the textbook. You will understand that, yeah, this is the way how we should be able to do. Okay. So AI responses may contain errors or incomplete information. Students should always cross-check answer with textbook, lecture notes, or reliable academic sources. Okay. Always check. Means if you feel something uncomfortable or some doubt or suspicious, you check it. This is always better. Use AI for practice, revision, and skill improvement. Okay. LLMs are effective for generating practice questions, revising key topics, and improving skills such as writing, problem solving, etc. Follow institutional and classroom guidelines. See, in my institute, some faculty, they have made a rule that there should not be internet connection in the computers when the lab is happening. What is the reason? I asked to lab people. They said that they are using ChatGPT. That's why professor said that do not use it. So cut the internet. Let them use normal desktop. Okay. So this is the guideline for them. Okay. That don't use internet at all. My guideline says that let them use the ChatGPT. There is no problem. But let us set some policies or let us give some tasks by considering they may use ChatGPT. Okay, so we have to give some guidelines. So students, if they want to use ChatGPT, so they need to follow those guidelines. That is important. Different institutions may have different policies about how to employ AI. Students should understand and obey these rules to avoid cheating or other academic missteps. Means, of course, a professor will try to make some guidelines. So students have to obey them. Okay, and that will avoid the misconduct or cheating. Do transparent about AI use when required. Okay, so students should be very specific about how they employed AI in their work when they are required to do so. Being open and honest helps keep trust and academic. So for the teachers, if teachers are attending this, for the teachers, you better check the prompts, not the output. Understood? If you feel that a student has given correct prompt, so his way of solving the problem is going to be correct. A very general comment, general prompt, I want answer for this, then he has not put the effort. But if he has written some prompt in a proper sequence, right, or proper questions with example to get proper result, then definitely the student has put effort in writing the prompt engineering. Okay, not in the other one, right? So this is quite important. Output, of course, you will see, but more better or more important is your, let's say, your current prompt that students have written. Develop skills to ask the right questions from AI. Okay, that was. LLMs are effective for generating practice questions, revising key topics, and improving skills such as writing or problem solving without compromising learning integrity. So for that also you can use. So these are some do's. Okay, don'ts. Do not submit AI generated content as original work. This is integrity issue. It is same as a person has done something, you are claiming it. LLM has done something, you are claiming it. Is it good? No. Someone other has done. Have you done this by your own? No. Then don't claim it. That's why if some people are publishing some paper, publisher says that if you have used some AI tool, cite it. And sometimes they're asking to make co-author to AI also. This is happening actually. Publishers, they say that. Do not use AI during examination or restricted assessment. No, this is really wrong. Some students are, let's say, just simply giving the question and answers. Okay, and they are, so this is like a learning tool. Okay, you learn it, but for examination, it's supposed not to be used. Do not trust AI outputs without checking accuracy. Okay, LLMs can give you information that is wrong and deceptive, but they are sure for it. Student must check facts, maths, and references. It's very, very important. Very important. Do not upload personal, academic, or sensitive data. That is don't. Okay, means you should not upload any sensitive data. Okay, it's like data leak issue may happen. Do not use AI to replace thinking or learning. So as I said, it is your partner, it's your friend, your assistant, but don't consider it as a replacement or substitute. No. Okay, AI should help people learn, not take place of logic, problem solving, and critical thinking. Relying too much on AI makes key abilities weaker and makes it harder to understand things in the long run. As I said, 100 years back, professor said calculator should not be used, that make people handicapped. And after 100 years, we are becoming handicapped because we can't do calculation, easy calculation also without calculator. We can do, but we don't have confidence to go ahead. And after some time, let's say 5 years or 10 years, if chat GPT is the basic from school, and if you don't teach how to use it, then definitely people, they are going to be cognitive impairment, means they will become handicapped, and LLM will be very, very essential. They can't do anything without LLM. And that era should not come. And that is very, that will make ability weaker for any people, any person. So here are do's and don'ts, like use LLM to understand concept and clarify doubts, verify information from trusted sources, use AI for practice and skill development. Do not submit it, do not submit AI generated content as your work. Do not use AI during exams or restricted assessment, and do not upload personal academic sensitive data. That you can see from the pictures also, right? Reality check. Finally, is LLM really required? Let's say LLM is not there, what will happen? Whether we are not surviving, our life is gone? No. LLMs are not strictly required for learning. If we don't have it, no problem. Students learned effectively long before AI existed, and good fundamentals are still necessary. We, like 90s people or before 90s, okay, we live with such era where AI was not at all there. And I believe all we have good fundamentals, good basic knowledge. Our mathematics is good. We can do something LLM may not also do. Okay. However, LLMs are now readily available and in use by many students for studying, writing, and problem solving. So this is something coming as assistant that is helping. As I said, all the uses also we discussed, right? All good uses you can make, and that will be a facility for you, a facility, a resource, a equipment for you that help you. Okay. But if that is not there, still you can survive and still you can make your fundamental good. Okay. But if you have it, when used correctly in a good uses, it can help people understand, save a lot of time, and learn more effectively. Internet was not there with us. Let's say I feel internet would have been there, then our understanding, our effort would have been more better. Okay. So we feel that now we are looking at our students and we are looking at our kids. So we see that yeah, they have resources. But what about 80s and 90s people and before that? Resources were not there, such resources, right? The ability to use LLMs carefully and responsibly is what is most important now. In education, if LLM is being used, it has to be very, carefully used and responsibly supposed to use. Okay. So let me stop here. And in final conclusion, AI and humans do not have to compete in the future of education. Okay. It's not like human is winning the race or AI winning the race. Human has made AI. Always we have to remember this. Human has made the AI. So it's not like AI will overtake human. Never. It's supposed not to happen. First of all, there should not be any race or any competition. Both can do better. That's why there was a picture I showed you. Full brain may have half human brain and half machine. Can solve a lot of problems. So we don't want to compete. AI is good. Human skills are good. Both can solve the problem and save time and do the task effectively. AI can be led by human values. Okay. So if see AI is a machine, right? So you are asking something, they are giving to you. Okay, some task or some answers. But they may not have the values, they may not have the morals, they may not have emotions. Okay. But how human they are driving AI or LLM. It's humans' responsibility. With human values, AI is supposed to be used. If humans are unethical, then AI also will be unethical. If you give wrong questions or bad questions, AI also will result in bad answers. Okay, so let me stop here, and if you have any questions, please do let me know, and I will be happy to answer. If any question you have, please do let me know. Yeah, correct. I agree with you, Mr. Abhishek. Both have to grow hand in hand. That's true. Human and AI both supposed to work together for betterment of the, let's say, society. Any questions? Yeah, thank you, Madam Ritu. Thank you very much for your words. Thank you, Dr. Mahesh. Any questions? Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you, Professor Malvia. Thank you, Chetan. Smarky?
Yeah, yes, I guess it's done, sir. Thank you so much for the wonderful session, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Smarky. So, Sanjay is there, Dr. Sanjay?
Sir just had something because of which he went out. So yeah,
Okay. So, I'm done here. If
yeah, yes, sir.
anyone has any question, maybe they can unmute. Means I can spend some 4 to 5 minutes more. If they have some questions or they have some comments, they want to discuss anything, you can unmute and speak, or you can put chat bot or a chat box also. You can give if you want anything. Okay, Smarky, then let us stop here. And if
Yeah,
anything
yeah,
is
yes, sir.
there with let's say any participant, they can email me and they can contact me. Okay. Yeah, it was lovely talking, everyone. Thank you very much. Yeah, I will log off now.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Next session will start around between 6:45 to 6:50. So uh, till then we have a break, short break. Good evening, ma'am. Uh, Good evening, Rani, ma'am.
Good evening, madam. Yeah,
Yeah. Ma'am, should we start the session?
yeah, sure. Hmm? Mhm.
Okay, okay, ma'am. Uh, so I'd like to welcome all the participants to the final session of the day. And I would like to introduce Madam first. Professor Haripunnam Rani, Madam, is a professor in Department of Mathematics, National Institute of Technology, Warangal, India. Her research interests include computational fluid dynamics, nonlinear dynamics, and advanced computational methods, with applications in multidisciplinary areas like geophysical fluid dynamics, flow-assisted corrosion, and biomechanics. She has published 100 plus manuscripts in peer-reviewed international journals and is actively involved in SPARC, NBHM, and international collaborative research projects. She has also organized and coordinated national and international workshops and training programs, including MTTS, PTMT programs. She is engaged in teaching, research supervision, and interdisciplinary work connecting mathematics, fluid dynamics, and AIML in geopolitical and engineering applications. I would like to request ma'am to take up the session now. Please, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah. One second. I'm starting my PPT.
Yes, ma'am.
Uh, okay, I should share. No? There. Can you able to see my screen, madam?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Uh, so first of all, let me thank the organizers for giving me the opportunity to be part of such a nice um, workshop, short-term training program on AI. So one second. Yeah, such a nice workshop in this one. Um, so the social impact of AI, education, employment, and digital equity. This is the topic I have chosen for my talk today. Can you hear me, madam?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah. Okay then. So let me go into the topic. Some of the AI tools for the wetland studies we have used. So if time permits, I will show you some of my students' work here. He completed his PhD in AI, and also one more student mathematically he worked for AI tools. That is also I want to share with you. And because of that wetland studies using Google Earth Engine, we have given some suggestions also over the years what is happening to the wetlands, that I want to stress here. Okay, before going deep into that, let us see what I want to stress here. So, as we all know, AI has grown rapidly in the recent years and is becoming an important part of the modern life. So, it looks like we can't take it away because so many tools every day we keep on using, and it is also integral part of our life. It is widely used across many sectors such as education, healthcare, banking, agricultural, transportation, and business. So education, yeah, day to day we are teaching. Even we keep this course files, everything, and the pedagogy tools. That is also we are taking the help of AI tools and preparing that. Healthcare also nowadays I have seen even the boards also that AI assisted IVF also I am seeing nowadays. So one of my student is working in the lung cancer studies with the help of AI tools. Now he is doing the project work. I may not be present that because it is under the way. And the banking sector also, nonetheless to say. Nowadays we have this YONO apps, everything. That is also linked with AI. and agricultural sector, which is the heart of our India. So much of work has been done in this agricultural sector and still going on. And the transportation, the basic thing is the Google Map. We can see that one. And in business area also. Now we are using this physics informed neural networks. That is also in the stock market. We are taking the hyperbolic equation. Some of our IIT process from where, from the northeast, he introduced, he gave a very nice details about that, how he is using this pings. In short form, we used to call it as pings, physics informed neural networks. Okay, so this widespread adoption is improving efficiency, decision making, and service delivery in various fields, as mentioned here. So in every sector, we can able to see the touch of AI. So what is it is doing? Already we know something, but that accuracy and efficiency is getting improved. Even in some of the studies, the decision making is easy. Previously, before this PINS physics informed neural networks, only neural networks we have used, but we have got some doubt about this extrapolation. Then because of this further improvement, we can able to make some decisions and service delivery. Okay, so that output what we are giving from this scientific studies is also uh, satisfied one. AI has the potential to address some of the biggest challenges in education today. So the main focus of the theme which I have taken today is about the education. So I will connect this education with sustainable development goal. There are 17 goals, out of which 4 is mainly focused about this education, with innovative teaching and learning practices and accelerate progress. This is the main part I can say here. Over a large society where the remote also not accessible, this AI plays a critical role. So there is a benefit is much from these AI tools. So what is sustainable development goal for? Here it says that ensure inclusive and equitable quality education. They are not simply telling that education is required for all. So it should be equitable quality education with inclusive. Okay, everybody should be there. Inclusive education. Every word they have coined with so much care, and promote lifelong learning opportunities for all. So without any age group or sector, they want to promote lifelong learning opportunities. That is self-sustained learning. It is the main motto of the Sustainable Development Goal 4, which should be achieved by 2030. That is what the aim of this. SDG 4 focuses on eliminating disparities. So how the disparities we can segregate is from the villages also. Nowadays I'm seeing some of the students, they take much help. Even nowadays this YouTube videos also available in our mother tongue, so it is easy to follow. Even I recommend to my students also how we can overcome that. They are taking the help of that. When I especially teach this programming languages, for example C language, this data structures, I tell them whichever language you know, whether it is Hindi or Kannada or Tamil language, Telugu language, I call them, and by identifying the students with their grades and the way they communicate to us, so they do well because of the AI technologies only. Providing free primary secondary education, increasing skilled labor. Nowadays getting unskilled labor is very much difficult compared to the skilled labor, and ensuring safe accessible learning facilities for everyone. So this is the focus of sustainable development goal 4. So with this goal, the other goals can be achieved automatically. Once we able to learn and understand the things and communicate with each other, then the other goals can be achieved. Like that it is mentioned by UNESCO. So A sectorial reach, that's what I'm telling. Through education, the main sector, other things can be touched and it can be moved further. That is AI integration. So this small picture my student has drawn, I hope you can understand this. So common AI applications in daily life includes virtual assistants like Google Assistant, Alexa. So only two we have written, but so many things are there. And the recommendation systems, yeah. Not only these things, even when we touch our phone also, whatever news I read in common, it gives some of the things like you may like. So such type of recommendation systems also coming up. Even our students also works in such type of recommendation systems using the AI tools. Automated decision making systems. So this is the main thing. Automated decision making systems means the routine things we can give it to this the AI tools. Generative AI tools such as ChatGPT. So I can say that ChatGPT keeps on growing every day. If I give the same question, it refines its answer and it gives a better reply. So AI technologies are increasingly becoming part of everyday personal and professional activities. So this widespread use shows that AI is no longer a future concept but a present day reality shaping the society. So when I searched about these things, some of the good publications also come into picture. They analyze much into these topics and where actual use of this one also highlighted in that. So AI is transforming the society as a whole, not just as a technology. This is also one of the topic I have seen in the publications. AI is not only improving missions and software, but also influencing the human life. That is the truth. Even we are going to see the next slide some of the consequences which we are going to face in this. It is changing how people learn, yeah, work, communicate, and make decisions. Everything has its own advantage. The way we learn. So I have given you one example how I tell my students how they can improve themselves and work also. Even for the research work also, lot of AI tools are there. No need to previously when I studied my PhD in 1996, I think so. That time I had to go to the library. I had to open the books. I had to sit and write the titles also, and I had to wait in the queue for the Xerox machines and take the Xerox, go back, read and refer that one. But because of the AI tools, this generative AI tools, if I give my keywords, it is automatically showing year wise where the percentage is more related to this keyword. So that much it is making our life easy and communicate. And we can communicate with each other. Even my students used to give me doubts in the WhatsApp at any time. The WhatsApp also nowadays AI tool is coming, and it is also able to tell me sometimes the answers also and make decisions. This is the final thing, the use of AI tools for the society. Not only as a technology, we are developing the technology, but it is helping to make some decisions which is not biased. AI is reshaping education systems and workplace environments. Yeah. Nowadays, this education system also, we have flipped classrooms. Flipped classrooms are more widely we are using it. Sometimes I solve some of the techniques in the class and I tell the students that you go through these topics and come back next day so that we can discuss in the class. So such type of things are possible. Even the students are feeling comfortable. Yes, we can able to understand, and if I go back I can go through these topics and understand them. So such a facility is possible only because of AI tools. So the workplace environment also smooth. Previously, half of the class needs my teaching. Each and everything I have to explain in detail the mathematics derivations. If I give you a new problem based on the old one, little bit changing also, I have to explain them again. But nowadays the students are feeling comfortable. Yes, they can try it. It is transforming social structures and economic activities. So the life has been improved here because of this transformation. The impact of AI goes beyond technology and affects human behavior and social interactions. Yeah. So in one way, it is going in the positive way, human behavior and social interactions. That social interaction also it is getting changed. Even we can able to tell others also how we can make use and how what are the corrections we have to make ourselves also. That is also very nicely it is showing that. So, as I said before, based on these things, UNESCO, a global leader in education, United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, the short form of UNESCO, says that education is top priority because it is a basic human right and the foundation for peace and sustainable development. If education is not there, definitely it will hamper the peace of the country itself. And if that gets hampered, automatically the development also getting hampered. So UNESCO has identified, which says that every person in the society must have education. UNESCO is the United Nations specialized agency for education, providing global and regional leadership to drive progress, strengthening the resilience and capacity of national systems to serve all learners. So, the 2007, I think so, please correct me, they have kept the conference in which how AI can plays a critical role or major role in education. In that conference, so many decisions have been taken place. That policy book is of 70 pages. It is nicely says that how the government can come out with such a wise decisions to make use of the AI in the system. UNESCO also leads efforts to respond the contemporary global challenges through transformative learning with a special focus on gender equality. So this gender equality is another sustainable goal, and Africa across all actions. So this is the major thing. Gender equality is also one of the sustainable development goal. But to achieve that one also, we should have an education. So the education 2030, how it should be. So here is the picture. The fourth one is the SDG 4. The Global Education 2030 agenda of UNESCO as the United Nations specialized agency for education is entrusted to lead and coordinate the Education 2030 agenda. See, it is this agenda is not alone. Along with UNESCO only it is possible. That means UNESCO means its top priority is education, which is part of the global movement to eradicate poverty through 17 SDG. So 17 goals as I mentioned before. So along with that, education plays a key role such that everything can be done. Education essential to achieve all of these goals has its own dedicated goal for which aims to ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunities for all. Already I mentioned this in my previous slide. The Education 2030 framework for action provides guidance for the implementation for this ambitious goal and commitments. So these two things I want to stress here. One is from the UNESCO, another one is this SDG 4 and Education 2030. What the achievement they want to know. So I said now about that policy making book. In that one, they said that we recommended that governments and other stakeholders in UNESCO's member states, in accordance with their legislation, public policies and practices, consider implementing the actions in response to the education related opportunities and challenges presented by AI. So this is the highlighted one, education related opportunities and challenges presented by AI. So this is the major highlight in this recommendation. So coming out of that, I want to stress these things at the global level. Major areas of social impact. So education is one part of that. So AI supports personalized learning and adaptive instruction. Even I can see that many of the housewives also, they take up, even in my apartment also, even somebody wants to learn the Veena. She bought, and she is doing through AI tools only how to improve herself. Every day in WhatsApp group, she puts that one. So I can see the change in that, how I interacted with her. So this is possible because of personalized learning. Teachers can use AI for lesson planning, assessment, and content creation. So this is the main thing we used to teach for our here in NIT Varangal. We have BSc B.Ed course. BSc for 3 years and B.Ed is for 1 year. So it is a 4-year course, integrated course. So we have mathematics and physical sciences. Even we used to teach the students of the BSc B.Ed to come out with the lesson planning, assessment, and content creation. This is one of the education subject for them. In that one, we are using AI tools. Instead of developing, we are using the AI tools for all this. Students can use AI as a learning assistant for doubt clarification and self-learning. So this is the major part. Nowadays, so much of transformation we are seeing here. However, unequal access to technology may create learning gaps. So we should not give a scope for this learning gaps. Another major area is employment. AI is automating routine and repetitive tasks. Yeah, that is what I said here. AI is a automatic, not like the human one. That is why it is artificial intelligence. Is an automating routine and repetitive task. So, if I give my task, for example, in numerical analysis, if we give some work to find out some numbers in between the how to say to you. So I don't go too much mathematics. So in between the given range, if I want to find out, my AI is finding out very nicely. That is, the repetitive task is possible by AI. Some traditional jobs are changing or disappearing because of this repetitive task. Some traditional jobs, because the data is available already and AI is taking over it, and it is getting disappearing. At the same time, new job opportunities are emerging in AI, data analysis, and digital services. So much of our students are getting placed for data analysis job. So how to analyze that one, how to come out with the decision making and the digital services. So when some traditional jobs are disappearing, this new job opportunities are arising. There is a growing need for the new skills such as digital literacy, problem solving, and critical thinking. So this problem solving also, this generative AI tools can able to write the outline of the code, but how to manage it and how we can use for our work. For that, this critical thinking is very much necessary, which is possible with human intelligence only. So that is why these 3 points are even, no, 4 points are, even though looks the same, everything has its own major role. Next one is major areas, social equality. AI has the potential to improve access to education, healthcare, and public services. However, people without access to digital tools, internet, or skills may be left behind. So there is a need that, as we have seen in the previous slides, that we need, it should be internet access and digital tools or skills. It should reach to everybody. That is why this education is a must, and it should be given to everybody in as a priority one. This may increase the gap between the privileged and disadvantaged groups. So there comes a gap, privileged gap and disadvantaged groups. So this gap must be reduced so that 100% AI tools is in hand with everybody. So social equality means this one. So how we can interconnect AI with the society? So especially what is AI refers to machines or computer systems that performs tasks requiring human intelligence. As it is mentioned before, if we give the repetitive work to the machines, for example, the iterations we use, the same work should be done again and again such that the desired accuracy is reached. For that, we can no need to sit and do, but the machines can do. From that machines also, we have to, for my research work, one of my work using workstations, we had to sit for 15 days to get one result. With the machines itself, it is taking so much time, means you can imagine. But these are the computational tools. If we go for the analytical tools, it took 1 year also by calculations, the vector analysis, everything we have used. AI can learn from data and improve its performance over time. So this is what ChatGPT is doing. It is capable of recognizing patterns, making decisions, understanding language, solving problems. These are the major roles played by the AI. Unlike traditional software, AI does not follow only fixed instructions. So this AI tool is different from the traditional softwares. AI systems can learn from large amounts of data and experience. Okay. So what I want to do is, say here I want to go for a small break. I prepared some MCQs. Can I see that how we have understood what I talked till now? Is it okay? Okay, then I will present that one. So I will go to the Padlet. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah. Can I do that small MCQ type? Yeah, okay. Just you can type there. No need to reply me. Yeah, let me. Morning I tried, but first time I want to try here also. Here, maybe I'll post this one. Yeah. Can you see the this one? Simply A B C D. If you type also okay. Here is the dashboard settings. Just let this. See whether you can able to access this. I posted here. Can you see the answers here? A, B, C, D I have given. Can you able to access? Okay, B. If you
Yes,
can
yes,
able
ma'am. We
to,
are able to access.
yeah, yeah, sure. Okay, typing there. Okay, B. Okay. Many of you have answered. Yes. Okay. Not able to access through the link. Okay, no problem. Yeah. Yeah, here I can see many of you are writing here. You can see. Good. Okay then. Okay, fine. Just to test it, I posted that question. Let us see this. Yeah. Next question. If you can able to see my screen also, okay. SG4 aims to ensure industrial growth, quality and inclusive education, climate control, economic equality. Want I will post this. Quality education, okay.
Quality education.
Yeah, thank you. So that is the base for yeah, quality and inclusive education also. Not only quality, this inclusive education also. Okay, yeah. Yeah, 109 participants are here. Okay, 100, but I'm seeing only few are replying me. So this is a very important sustainable goal, which says that quality education along with that inclusive education is important. Okay. Yeah, good. So it takes care about other things. That is the aim of this. Quality and inclusive education will take care about this industrial growth, climate control, economic equality also. Once this education reaches everybody in the society, that to quality one, then automatically it will improve. Yeah, this is the answer. The next one. UNESCO prioritizes education because it is optional, basic human right, only for employment, or technology driven. Question 3. Basic human right, yeah. It is a constitutional and fundamental right for everybody. Yeah. For everybody, this is the thing. It is good, yeah. Okay. So I want to see some more answers, but only few people are keep on answering. I can see. Yeah. Just I want to check this whether people are understanding and doing. It is good that Raj Abhishek has pointed out all questions B is emerging as patterns. Good. Yeah. Nice. Nice. Again, ChatGPT is an example of search engine generative AI tool database compiler. If you have answered this question, can you point out any other? Yeah, as you said, answer is generative AI tool. Now, can you tell me any other generative AI tool? Anybody? Gemini, yeah, nice. Only Gemini, no other tool. DeepSeek, yeah. Copilot, very nice. Meta. Meta AI, yeah. Any research tool? Quillbolt. Book. For images. Book. Yeah, Meta AI. Nice. Good to see the replies. Notebook LM. Okay. Yeah. Okay then. Yeah, nice. The next question is, don't know why it made like that. Maybe when we are marking, we did this. AI supports which type of learning? Apart from this use of personalized learning, any other thing have you noticed in AI? AI supports which type of learning?
Self-learning, experiential learning.
Yeah, that is what it is written here. Personalized learning. So self-sustained learning. Somebody said very nice. Yeah. Self-sustained learning. Yeah, I can go back again and see that. Yes. Experiential learning. Very good. Yeah. But somewhere I have seen experiential learning is like we are going there and experience that. But nowadays, for this experiential learning, we use this digital training. Have you anybody heard about this digital training? Yeah, very nice. Lohita. Yeah. So that is also coming into blended learning. Nice. Good. So many different answers also coming up. Blended learning, yeah, experiential learning, self-sustained learning. Good. Nice to see. Active learning, yeah, flipped classroom. Yes, good. Okay. Which is a benefit of AI in teaching? Increased workload, instant feedback, manual grading, reduced interaction. We'll say all of the above. Which is a benefit of AI in teaching? Blindly don't say B. Reduced interaction is a demerit. Exactly. Yeah. That is true. I fully accept that. Lohita. Anything else can you say about this? Which is a benefit of AI in teaching? Increased workload, instant feedback, manual grading, reduced interaction. Anything else can you put there? Reduced interaction is increased workload. That is also they are telling. In somewhat it is reduced, but still, as a teacher, we have to work more. Instant feedback also possible with them. Manual grading, reduced interaction. Yeah, let us go back to my PPT. I will start from question 7 again. Is it okay? Like assigning classes, managing timetables. Exactly. Yeah, accurate answers. Time saving for educators. Yeah, sure. Personalized learning helps to organize content for faster learner and slow learner. Yeah. Effective teaching with plenty of examples. Yeah, true. So many advantages we have here, but as somebody pointed out about the demerit also. Yeah, sure. Okay then. So nice to see your replies also. It is not one-way teaching. Yeah. Sample case study creation, structural learning. Very nice. Yeah. Okay then. Thank you for the nice interaction. Yeah. So this we have seen. Yeah. This we have seen also. So the thing is automation tools. Yeah. AI is used to automate routine tasks such as customer service chatbots, email filtering, fraud detection in banking. Yeah, cryptography is a major thing in our maths department. Some of the faculty is working. So especially some of this elliptic tools, elliptic functions we use in that one. And the smart assistants like Google Assistants and or Alexa. Now you have said many things here. Automation tools, yeah. For all these things, a basic human understanding also required. As we have seen in the previous slides, the critical thinking also plays a major role along with this generative AIs. These examples show that AI is already integrated into everyday activities and is widely influencing how people interact with the technology. Yeah. So even not only fraud detection in banking, but sometimes we used to get fraud mails also, fraud this messages also. So that is also somewhat people are misusing the AI tools. AI as a social change agent. So changes how we learn. Just now you have listed out many things about the education, how we see the classroom. AI powered learning assistants provide instant explanations and support. So because of this, the human interactions also getting less one. Like that we are feeling, but internally we are thinking so much. Yeah, this explanation is given. How we can think about the next one. Learning is becoming personalized and self-paced. Teachers use AI for lesson planning, content creation, and assessment. Yeah, this third point we have seen, and these two things you have already mentioned in this questionnaire. Changes how we work. Routine and repetitive tasks are being automated, but other things now we are trying further. Workplaces are becoming technology driven or data oriented. So this technology driven and data oriented nowadays, even in our office files also, whatever we are submitting, those, because it is data oriented, we are not doing much of the work repeating my this student id or faculty id, etc. It is already there, so that repetitive task is reduced, but the thing whichever is required, whichever is priority, that data oriented things are given prioritize. New job roles are emerging while traditional roles are evolving further. Yeah, this is what I want to mention here. They are getting polished and improved. Changes access to opportunities. AI enables online education. Yeah, this is the major role which plays a critical thing. So it is a hybrid mode also. Now you are attending. This is one of the finest example we can take. Remote work and digital services. A lack of devices, internet, or digital skills can create disadvantages. So the only thing is we should take care about this speed also in this one. I can say here, even the speed is not enough about the internet, then also there creates a problem. Ensuring equal access is essential so that AI benefits everyone in the society. So overall picture, if we put them into the pictorial form, we can see here changes in access, changes in work, changes in learning. So this is a major role of AI in the society. So social impact. AI is transforming education by improving teaching, learning, and yeah, this is what I said, administrative process also. Because everywhere we can see that nowadays this teaching role is not only teaching, it involves many other things also. So teaching, learning, as a teacher, it is a lifelong learning is required. As somebody has mentioned, we can try for the new problems also. For that, we have to first learn many things and administrative process. So this administrative roles we are playing, that is getting reduced or further refined. It enhances learning experience but also requires careful and responsible use. Yeah, this is the major thing we should take care ourselves, how we are using it, how responsibly we are playing with AI. Positive impact, personalized learning. AI supports customized learning based on each student's ability and space. You have mentioned already. Adaptive platforms analyze student performance and provide suitable content and practice. Even I can say that when a student takes admission in NIT Varangal, we give some questionnaire or Google form we used to give them. They are filling up based on the outcome of the questionnaire. Sometimes or many times we give specialized training for some of the students who are weak in mathematics or English language. So we give specialized training for them before the classes starts. This is possible with their student performance before they come here. Offers remedial support. Yeah, that's what I'm telling, for slow learners and advanced materials for high achievers. So in the class which contains slow learners and high achievers, as a teacher I cannot support both of them, but AI can support that. Helps address individual differences and improves learning outcomes. Yeah, I have seen, we all noticed that how the learning outcomes getting improved. Even my research student who came from West Bengal or interior of Telangana, they are struggling with English language, but their output skills are very good. So using AI tools, it doesn't hamper their research work. AI tutors and learning assistants. So we can call them based on the previous examples which I said. We can call AI as a tutor and learning assistants. So one example is given here, ChatGPT, but you have mentioned DeepSeek, so many things. And intelligent tutoring systems act as virtual tutors. Thus, a student can ask questions anytime. So as a teacher, one or two times only I can able to explain them, but for the strength of 150 students in a class, I can't able to answer them. Even in the WhatsApp also, if I add all the students, I'm not in a position to answer all the things, but AI can do, because it is a personalized one. Get instant explanations, clarify doubts outside the classroom hours. This promotes self-directed and independent learning. So this is the bottom line: self-directed and independent learning. So AI support in teaching and inclusive education. So instant feedback and assessment. So the next MCQs, I want to show you some of these questions. Instant feedback and assessment. AI automatically evaluates assignments, quizzes and tests. Even if I go to my Turnitin plagiarism tool also, so the quizzes, assignments, everything, I can filter them. Again, I can use another AI tool. So how the performance of the students, each student I can able to evaluate. Otherwise, as a overall, we can evaluate also. This coursework files we are preparing with respect to the assignments, quizzes and tests we have conducted. So for that, the analysis can be done with the help of AI tools. Provides immediate feedback to help the students identify and correct mistakes. Usually this feedback system happens at the end of the semester, but if it with the help of AI tools, we can able to make in the every week also we can able to make, so that we can improve ourselves, reduce teachers grading workload and allows more focus on teaching and mentoring. Yeah, this is the mentoring plays a key role nowadays. We are focusing on this mentoring system. There are some nice last week Thursday we have conducted NCTE. The people came here only to tell how to do this mentoring. So such type of importance goes for mentoring nowadays. Content generation for teachers helps create lesson plans, worksheets, and question papers. Yeah, in the question papers also. But if, as you said, as you have seen here, if the option is keeps on B, it won't be nice. So when I want to jumble the answer and do that one, I can ask my AI tool to help me in such type of things. and based, so I have plenty of time for my critical thinking, such that I can prepare my question paper which covers all the Bloom's taxonomy, generate summaries, teaching notes, and presentation materials, saves time and improves teaching efficiency. So because of this, presentation materials is easy to make the audience understand what I want to say, even though my language skills are lacking. That is what I have very clearly seen from my research students. Support for students with disabilities promotes inclusive education through assistive technologies. Tools include text to speech, speech to text. This is also very much helpful. Provides language translation and visual hearing support. So not only till now I have talked about this language translation supports, etc. Visual and hearing support also it is providing. Offers personalized assistance for diverse learning needs. So if I am interested to learn about my geography of my country, yeah, even though as a mathematician I can able to learn that, because as in my brief biodata, madam has mentioned that nowadays I'm working in geophysical fluid dynamics. For that, I must understand the geography, where the equator is there, how it is getting changed with respect to the climate. What are the things are getting affected in the equator plane and North Pole, South Pole. So based on this, I have collected some of the publications here. So you can see here, A and Education, Protecting the Rights of Learners. A and the Future of Education, Disruptions, Dilemmas, and Directions. So such a nice publications are coming out. A report on digital transformation in higher education in South Asia. So on the whole, how this higher education is getting affected. UNESCO launches landmark study on digital transformation in East Asian higher education. So if we want to talk about all these things, one publication has so much of depth knowledge. As I said before, you see here, it is digital planning. So how we can see the things? So in NIT Warangal, we have a separate center for digital training. So challenges of AI in education, over dependence on AI. Yeah, nowadays I'm seeing many kids are, if I ask small things also, they depends on AI even to write some letter also to the dean or to the HOD also. They go back and take the help of AI to write that one. Yeah, taking the help without a grammatical mistakes or flow, and that one is okay. But for everything, if we depend on AI, it will lose. It will make us to lose our identity. Excessive reliance on AI tools may reduce independent thinking, can affect creativity, critical thinking, and problem solving skills. Yeah. So nowadays, this problem solving skills also, previously we used to write the code by ourselves. But because of this ready-made codes uh, or the available functions, if I want to start anything from the scratch, it is very difficult. So academic integrity issues. Yeah. AI generated content may lead to plagiarism and cheating. Yeah, nowadays, as a reviewer, I'm seeing this one. So when they copy paste, so completely they are copy pasting from the chat GPT. Even at the end, it is writing na ask chat GPT. That is also they are taking and copy pasting. So that much people are over dependence on AI. Reduces originality in student work. Yeah, this is true. I agree with you. So some of the students are very good. They came with so much high skills, but over the years, because of the dependence on AI, their originality is getting reduced. Institutions need clear guidance for ethical use. So this is what the UNESCO very clearly says. We have to make a clear policies how we can use this AI tools in education. Unequal access to technology. Not all students have smartphones, computers, or reliable internet. the digital divide may increase inequality among the students. These things very clearly I am seeing nowadays, because some students have this Apple phones, etc., but some of them has still the old type of phones which are not upgraded to 4G or 5G. So their speed also matters, and their tools also matters for them to get this. Lack of teacher training. So many teachers lack proper training to use AI effectively. Limited digital literacy reduces the effective use of AI in classrooms. So already we have seen overall view about the employment, but AI is transforming the nature of work across industries, even work across the countries also. It removes the borders also, we can see. It is automating tasks, creating new opportunities, and changing skill requirements. So because of this, one example is what we teach in the classroom, and sometimes I ask my students to write the coding in the mobile phones also, using some of the tools also, how it has been done. So even if I can't able to cover a complete topic within that semester, so I ask my students so that they are also enjoying this. Job transformation, because of that it is happening. Automation of routine tasks. Yeah, AI handles repetitive and time consuming activities such as data entry, basic customer support, scheduling, document processing. Yeah, these are the major jobs which is almost taken over by AI. Improves efficiency, accuracy, and productivity. Because of this, efficiency also improved, because we are customer support. For example, if I take, I can give it is getting recorded. Because of recorded message, there is no chance of missing it out, and productivity also good. So A, replacing repetitive rules. So what are the roles? Manufacturing, assembly work, basic accounting and clerical work, telemarketing and routine customer service. So only it replaces specific tasks, not entire professions. But we under the image that everything will be taken away by AI, leading to role changes rather than complete job loss. So new opportunities, what are the employment opportunities created by AI are growing demand for new roles such as AI and machine learning engineers, data scientists, already I said, and AI trainers and promote engineers. Even I have seen many content developers. Our students are getting placed for content developers in different fields, cybersecurity and AI ethics specialists. Opportunities in digital fields. So, in the digital fields, data analysis and visualization, software and application development, digital marketing and content creation, online education, and e learning. So, these are the new roles which we can see in future. AI helps complete the task faster with greater accuracy, automates routine work, allowing professional to focus on decision making, creativity, and innovation. So, in this way, AI plays a critical role. So, what are the things we have to improve ourselves for the future jobs? One is critical thinking, that is analyzing information and making informed decisions. Yeah, these are the things based on the information and output what we are getting. From that, we have to make the decisions. Creativity, new ideas, innovative solutions, digital skills, ability to use digital tools. So this plays a critical role. Even I am seeing many of them can't still struggling to use the digital tools, AI platforms. They can see their smartphones. Yeah, it's okay, but how to use some of the critical things still they are struggling. And problem solving, addressing complex and real world challenges. Yeah, still what are the problems I'm working on? This geophysical fluid flows, and some of the equations like nonlinear equations. Still, even though I said about this physics informed neural networks, a lot of challenges are there which should be addressed. Lifelong learning, continuously updating skills to adapt to technological changes. Yeah. One second. Yeah. So concerns and challenges of AI in employment. So job displacement fears. Automation may reduce opportunities in low skill and routine based jobs. So this unskilled jobs, it may be taken over by AI in future. Creates uncertainty and concerns about job security among the workers. Skill gap between the workers. So if a person is digitally skilled, yeah, he is very well welcome to the job. Lack of training, education, digital access makes adaptation difficult. Thus, AI is transforming jobs by automating routine tasks, creating new opportunities. Individuals must develop future ready skills. That means they have to enhance their skills, continuously upgrade their knowledge to stay relevant. So, what do you mean by the other last one is digital equity? Digital equity means another opposite word is digital divide. The gap between the people who have access to digital technology and those who can't. Difference exists in access to, yeah, these are the things we have seen. Lack of access limits participation in online learning, digital services, and AI based opportunities. So, why it is happening? Yeah, mainly because economic inequality, low income families who cannot afford this. Yeah, digital services, rural and urban differences, poor internet connectivity. This also I mentioned. Reliable digital infrastructure and online resources, and lack of digital literacy of this. Okay, so these are the main causes for digital divide. So impact of AI inequality. If this divide comes, what will happen? Students without devices or internet cannot access AI-based learning, online courses, and digital resources. Because of some of the courses we have made online also. So they should take that exam register there, and like NPTEL, MOOCs, etc. Even we specify which of the courses they should take. They have to attend, they have to submit the assignments, everything they should do on time. But if the student is lack of the devices, then you can imagine how it is difficult for them. So limited employment opportunities, lack of digital skills and AI. So we are forcing them to get used with the devices and AI tools. Increased social inequality. So because of this, there is a long-term social and economic imbalance between them. So digital equity means ensuring that everyone has fair and equal access. So these are the main keywords here: fair and equal access to digital resources and opportunities, regardless of economic status, location, or social background. So I can remember that in Tamil Nadu, the government has given laptop for all the students. This graduate students who are studying there with respect to their economic status, such that they can also use or come to this digital equity. It includes equal access to devices. Yeah, this has been done. I have witnessed that one. Internet connectivity also, affordable and reliable high-speed internet, digital skills, AI tools and platforms. So these are the main things which should be provided to a student, such that he can have this digital equity. So the opportunities are language translation tools, provide content and services in local languages. Yeah, it is easy to understand for a student to read his own subject in his local language. Assistive technologies, already we have seen this. Screen readers for visually impaired users. Yeah, this is very much useful for them. Real-time captions for hearing impaired individuals. Personalized learning for special needs students. Okay, so some of my students also worked in this. Maybe it is not related to this natural language processing. So they have done very good work. Online learning platforms. So these are very flexible, access to quality education anytime, anywhere. So because of this, IIT faculties are teaching some of the depth subjects. Who are the experts in that? Our NIT faculties or even the universities, everywhere. If that quality education is there, then we can achieve this digital equity. Access for the remote learners, flexible learning for working professionals. Yeah, this is what we want to implement even in our NIT Warangal also. So that they can come here only for the few weekdays and complete their degree also. Skill development platforms, training in digital literacy, coding, data analysis, and other job oriented skills. So, improved employability. If we can look after all these things, then automatically digital economy and better career opportunities we can feel. So, risk are bias in AI systems, data privacy concerns, already some of the things we are facing, risk of misuse or unauthorized access, digital access gap, widening the inequality. So these are some of the risks which we are facing nowadays, also in future also we should take care to reduce this. Yeah, ethical and responsible AI for the society. What are the key issues? Are privacy and data protection. When you browse through your Google also, in the settings, if we go, it is automatically saying that if you browse through any site, we are recording that for our improvement. So we are giving the permission such that the personal data of the students, employees, users. Apart from that, we are giving the access for the AI tools for their improvement. So this is also one time we have to restrict that. Risk of misuse, data leaks, or sharing without consent. Yeah, this one. Sharing without consent, it plays a major role. Secure data handling and user privacy are essential. So these are some of the key issues with respect to privacy and data protection. Algorithm bias and fairness. AI may produce biased or discriminatory results due to biased data. Yeah, I can see many times with the chat GPT also. If I ask something, yeah, after sometimes I used to get the results are not completely true. So if I ask it again, yeah, it tells sorry and it corrects itself. So reducing bias and ensuring fairness is a major ethical responsibility. Transparency and ethical use. Transparency and accountability. Many AI systems work as black boxes. Yeah. So some of the things when we use our research things, it is showing, but how it got that one, if I ask, no, it can't able to answer that. Ethical AI requires clear explanation of how that toolbox is working, transparent decision making, accountability for errors or harm them. Ethical use in education and workplaces, plagiarism, over dependence on AI tools, misuse for monitoring or surveillance, need for clear ethical guidance for proper use. So how we can overcome all these things is human-centered AI. Yeah, AI should support human abilities, not replace human judgment. Yeah. So this plays a critical role. Even some of the publications I have gone through this. How these policies can be made. Important decisions should include human oversight. Yeah. Responsible use policies. Clear rules for acceptable use of AI tools. Otherwise, we can witness the students are misusing these AI tools. Data privacy and security, academic and professional integrity. This plays a major role. Awareness and training, train the users to use AI responsibility, understand ethical risk, verify AI generated information, protect the personal data. Now, coming to the final thing, role of government and institutions, how they can play the role is digital infrastructure development. Expand high-speed internet, especially in rural and remote areas. Establish digital learning centers, smart classrooms, and community technology hubs. Still, we have not gone up to this one, but smart classrooms are there, but it should go up to the school level. Reduce the digital divide and improve access to AI services. Affordable internet and devices, everything, whatever devices we have seen in the previous slides, then that only can bring the digital equity. Provide affordable smartphones, tablets, and computers. Subsidized internet plan for students and low income families. So this is also an important role for the SDG 4. Public Wi-Fi facilities to support digital learning and online access. So these are the some of the steps which government and institutions may come forward to support. Yeah, integration of AI in curriculum, so that this digital literacy automatically comes instead of going outside and looking for that or improving themselves. This is a very good suggestion given for that, which should be adopted in the schools and higher education system. So which should focus on basic AI concept, responsible use of AI tools. What are the rules and regulations are there, which yeah, that is what digital safety and ethics, how we can protect ourselves also, it should be educated. Teacher and workforce training, policies for ethical and responsible AI use. Yeah, these are the some of the things I listed here. Ensure safe, fair and responsible use of AI in education and workplaces. So preparing students for an AI driven world. So how we can prepare our education system, future ready skills for students, that is critical thinking and problem solving. We have seen that with that critical thinking only we can move forward. So to avoiding this over dependence on AI, creativity and innovation, digital and technological skills, adaptability and lifelong learning. So our focus should be on these things: ethical and responsible awareness, understanding the social impact of AI, responsible and safe use of technology. So the role of education is integrate AI awareness and digital skills in curriculum. So some of the things we are teaching in the education NEP 2020, I have focused on this AI tools also. So to prepare the students to work effectively with AI in careers and society. So, coming to the conclusion, AI is transforming education and employment through personalized learning, automation, and new career opportunities. While AI offers great benefit, it also brings risks such as job displacement, privacy concerns, bias, and over dependence. Digital equity, that is equal access to devices, internet, and skills, is essential for inclusive growth. Governments, institutions, and society must promote AI literacy, ethical use, and inclusive access to ensure AI benefits for everyone. AI that in one line, what we can say is AI can transform education and employment positively, but digital equity, ethics, and inclusive policies, as I said before, it is mentioned in NEP 2020, and digital India are essential to ensure social justice for the overall development of the society. So this is listed in some of the publication as a policy. They should come out, that the government and educational institutions, then only we can see the sustained growth in the society. So the time is 8 o'clock now. So if we can go for the quiz, little quiz, we can go. Otherwise, the organizers can take a decision. Yeah. So somebody has written, Jayant has written, in India, maximum students are not getting education in their mother tongue. So less interest for study, less concepts clear, less conducive environment for study, creative thinking and innovation. So students preferred chat GPT. Yeah, true, I agree with you, sir. But if completely they dependent on them, they should enhance their skills. That is what my opinion. Any questions or any queries?
Any participant having any question, you can ask.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, madam, I think there is no question. So I'll share your email ID, madam, to
Yeah.
participant. If they have any question, they can contact you also.
Sure, sir. Yeah, sure.
Thank you, madam. Thank you very much for giving a wonderful session. And especially, I enjoyed the quiz section, madam. That all these questions that is very much essential for this online session, especially.
Exactly, but they actively participated, sir. Really. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, madam. Thank you very much, madam.
Thank you, sir. Mhm.
So we'll close today's session here and